welcome to the Doll Mom podcast. And if you tuned in to the episode 1, welcome back to the Doll Mom podcast. My name's Mal. I'm Dollies and Rainbows on YouTube and Instagram. I am the host of this lovely podcast, the Doll Mom podcast. I also have my own American Girl History website, so that's a little bit about me. You can hear more about me in the first episode if you're interested, and you can really hear more about the Doll Mom podcast. Yeah, so for today's episode, we have a lot to talk about. It's going to be a long one, so sit back, relax, enjoy. We're going to be talking about doll news a little bit later, but first we're going to talk about cleaning the doll room. Advice I have for you, some things that people do, how they clean their doll room, doll space, and then I'm going to be talking about a really fun topic, and that is the doll brands that I need to come back. Well, basically it's the doll lines that I need to come back. So, I think without further ado, let's get into it. So spring's in the air, everyone. It was the first day of spring on March 20th, so spring has begun. And you know what that means. What comes spring comes also cleaning, spring cleaning. So I was really curious to see how everyone cleans, because I'm in the process of trying to start the process of spring cleaning in my doll room. So I was really interested to see people's cleaning methods, what works for someone may not work for another, and so I thought for a good episode might be to share some cleaning methods. I thought it could help a lot of people if I had a cleaning episode, so here we are. So overall, I asked how many people clean their doll room. So this story was viewed by 218 people. Some people didn't participate, and that's fine, that's cool, whatever. 53 people said that they did clean, while only 8 people voted no, which I found really interesting, that people don't clean their doll stuff. I don't know. So then I asked, if you do clean, how do you do it? So why don't we read some responses? I just asked this on my Instagram story. I put on some catchy tunes and sorted out because there's normally doll clothes and doll food everywhere. This was a common response, was sorting things. Get everything off the ground, sort it into categorized buckets, put away, and vacuum. And then we had a lot of people say that they just dust. The only cleaning I do is dusting. The rest is just organization. I pick up things that don't belong, then dust around and move everything. It's a pain, but works. General cleaning, mostly just dusting. If you have a doll room or doll area, take out all the furniture and wall decor that's removable out of the dollhouse or doll room. If you can, take out dollhouse stairs if you have them, which, by the way, I never seen a dollhouse that someone has built for 18-inch dolls that has stairs. Is that weird? Well, I guess our generation has stairs. One of them, possibly. Wipe all the walls, floors down. I wonder what she wipes it with. Cleans all big furniture, then puts it in. Then accessories get cleaned and put it in. For doll rooms, I like to take everything out, give it a good wipe down, and dust the new furniture and put it back in. I use a Swiffer duster frequently, about every 4 through 6 weeks. I take everything out and clean it really good. Oh yeah, and then I asked people how often they clean, because I was very interested too. And we have 3 people that said yearly. Seasonally was said by 23 people. Sorry, I was looking at the number 200 for something. Anyways, 22 people say that they cleaned monthly, while 6 people said that they never clean. And then a lot of people told me what they do to prepare for cleaning. They like to put on some catchy tunes, and they like to, this one person said, a whole chunk of time, super long playlist, and sort everything back it will be. And yeah, a lot of people just said that they like to just throw something on and just get to it, which I love, because music really helps people do things off topic. It gets people more focused, depending on the music that you listen to, of course. And that's kind of what I like to do too. I like to put on one of my favorite albums that I like to listen to, and I like to get it done. So we had a lot of responses besides that say that, they get overwhelmed or it takes too much time, and I'm not gonna lie, cleaning, no matter the mess, can get overwhelming, but you gotta remember that you got this. Get some encouraging tunes on, get an encouraging YouTube video on, put on one of your favorite YouTubers. If it's me, bonus points right there. But, I'm kidding. Anyways, put something on that you love that's gonna keep you focused and at it for a while, and then, switch it up for a little bit. This one person said, I like to watch YouTube while doing it to keep me motivated, and I love that. And also, don't feel like you have to clean it all at one time. That's like one of my biggest things that I thought I had to do over the past year was like, oh my goodness, I need to clean this today. I need to get this done. I need to get this done. I need to get that done. And no one's in charge of you. You set the priorities for yourself. But take your time when cleaning, because I feel like if you take your time, then your stuff's not going to get ruined. You are going to be so much happier with the end product, I'm always so happy when I get done cleaning my doll room because it looks so nice. Oh my goodness, there's nothing better than a clean doll room. And if you just have a space for your dolls, there's nothing better than that, girl, because it looks so pretty and sorry. I just like it. And so then I asked for some advice for anyone who's struggling for tackling their messy doll room. I had a hard time tackling the mess in the doll room when was it? When was the last time I got super stressed when cleaning? Let me think about it. Oh, it was Christmas time. Putting all the decorations up stressed me out so much. Oh my goodness. At first I was like, I can do this. It's no big. I brought in all the Christmas decorations and I was like, it's all good, And then I posted on Instagram and everyone's like, oh my goodness, that's so much stuff. And at first I was like, I got this, and then I was like, oh my goodness, you're right. It is. I didn't even realize it. I was like, I can do this, And then everyone was commenting on how big it was, which it was big, but oh my goodness, it brought my confidence level to the lowest it could be, and I struggled getting into my doll room and just doing anything without being oh my goodness, I can't do this. I would go in there, there would be days where I pump myself up and be like, okay, I'm gonna tackle this, I'm gonna do it, and then I'll go in there and I'll just put a decoration up and I'll be like, I'm done. I can't do this. And yeah, it was like that for the whole month of December. That's why the Christmas dollhouse tour was late, because I just couldn't get in the mood and I couldn't get motivated to do it. And I want to tell you that's okay if you feel like that. But then I also wanted to say that don't let other people bring you down. Don't let other people bring your confidence level down. If you're pumped up, honey, stay pumped up. Don't let other people's negativity drag you down. And that's really with anything, especially with this. I feel like as well, if you feel like you can clean and you can do this, you can tackle that big mess in there, you can. Don't let anyone tell you you can't, because girl, you are capable of anything. Yeah, don't get stressed, because you can do this. Get some pumpy stuff up going. That's my biggest tip. So I asked for some advice that some people had, and some people gave some really good advice, saying one room at a time and plan for it to take longer than you think. Slow down, take your time, nice breathing. Feel free to take breaks in between. That has helped me, Don't feel ashamed by saying, okay, I need to stop for a little bit. Don't be ashamed to take breaks, and don't be ashamed that you don't get it done in one day. So now we're going to be talking about doll news, and we have a ton of items to hit today to talk about. Oh my goodness, I had to type it all up to make sure I didn't forget anything, because gotta make sure that we're hitting everything I want to cover, and it's 2 pages long. So bear with me here. We have a lot of different stuff to talk about, different brands and stuff. So I think first we should start with Barbie, because we ended with Barbie in the last episode, I believe. So why don't we pick up with Barbie again? We have some new items to talk about with them. So this is kind of overall with Mattel brands, but Mattel had their annual, don't even know what it's called if we're going to be real. I think it's like their investor type deal where like they sit at a table. I don't even know. This is how I imagine it, okay? They sit at a table, them and the investors, and they talk about everything that's happening, everything that's going to happen, upcoming projects and stuff like that. And then it gets posted to the internet somehow. I don't even know. But anyways, that's how a lot of different things have come out in the past years. Like Mattel gives their sales and stuff. I think they usually do it at the toy fair that happens in New York in February. I'm not really an expert on this, so I'm really sorry. I should have done more research about this. I apologize on my end that I didn't do that. But anyways, because the toy fair in New York is canceled, I don't think they could do that, so they did it virtually, which is kind of cool, I guess. So anyway, so they talked about Barbie, then they talked about American Girl, and then they talked about Monster High. So why don't we hit Barbie first, because like I said, we left off with her. We're going to start with her again. So one of the things that they revealed with Barbie that's happening is that an animated feature will be available on Netflix this year in October, which I'm really excited about. I don't have Netflix, so someone's going to have to give me their Netflix info so I can watch it. LOL, I'm kidding. But I think that's really going to be cool. And they're also going to be having a product tie-in, which means that they're going to come up with products such as Barbie dolls and different things that goes along with the animated feature, which sounds really cool, really awesome. And then a live action feature film is still in the works. It's been in the works for a little bit, and it's still happening. I think because of COVID, it got delayed a little bit. But it's featuring, I think her name is Margaret Robbie. If I pronounced it right. I'm really excited for that live action feature film. Like, I really am. Maybe they'll do a product tie-in with that, too. I don't know. I think it would be really interesting and really exciting to see Barbie kind of come to life, in a way. I mean, she's already came to life, but you know what I mean. She's already real, but whatever. And this is kind of off topic, kind of, a little bit. Well, it's still featuring with Barbie. But at Walmart right now, you can save up to 30% off and different Mattel brands, and Barbie's one of them. So if you want some toys from Mattel, go to Walmart. Get some new Barbie products. I recommend going to Walmart, taking advantage of that good deal, getting that up to 30% off. I'm pretty sure it's like still going on by the time you hear this, by the time the podcast gets released. So why don't we talk about Monster High, since we're talking about, I believe they're both 12 inches dolls, if that's right. Their dimensions of dolls. Barbie's 12 inches, Monster High's 12 inches. I don't even know. But anyways, let's move on to Monster High. A lot of fun stuff happening with them. If you're not a Monster High person, which honestly, if we're going to be real, I wasn't a big Monster High person when I was little. I think my mom had to do something with it, and my grandma too, because they were kind of like the people who would buy me dolls when I was little. And yeah, they just creeped my mother out. She's like, I'm never buying you one of those. So the only person that would buy me Monster High dolls was my grandma, which on my dad's side, which I call Rara. She would she'd take me to Kmart when Kmart was still around, and she'd take me to Target, Walmart, Toys R Us when they were still around, and she'd buy me some Monster High dolls, but she'd get freaked out with them too. She'd be like, are you sure you want those? So yeah, Monster High wasn't really a big thing in our house when I was little, but hey, they're still gorgeous dolls. I love the message, and they're coming back. Yeah, they're coming back. Mattel revealed that they are going to be relaunched in a partnership with Nickelodeon. They're going to have an animated series, which will feature Claudine, Jackie Laura, Frankie Steen. I don't know how to pronounce the names. I'm so sorry. And with more friends to be announced. So that's really cool. The animated series is intended to bring the same Monster High love that it brought to fans to a new generation, and it's going to continue to address the important themes of identity and empowerment. And yeah, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for the Monster High people who collect Monster High dolls and stuff. And then late this year, Mattel will launch high-end collector dolls based on the original Monster High lineup. I'm excited to see those dolls. And then a full toy line and consumer product licensing program is planned for 2022. And then, of course, they're still in the early stages of planning all of this, but Monster High on Instagram, I saw, is looking forward to sharing lots of surprises about this. And also, today, when I'm recording this, March 22nd, They shared a photo of Frankie sticking her hand out of her coffin with the caption, let me read you the caption, because I follow Monster High. Even though, like, I'm not in, like, the fandom of Monster High, I still get excited over these things because I know other people are going to get excited over this. With Monster High 2022, so 2022 is their caption, and then they put, stay tuned for the School Ultimate Reveal. Keep your eyes peeled for sneak peek content, surprise drops, and lots of ghouly fun along the way. Oh, girl. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see what Monster High has in store for all of this. Like, girl, this is going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. So now we're going to be moving into 18-inch brands. So the first brand we're going to be talking about is Journey Girls. So they added some Journey Girls outfit/doll bundles on Amazon recently. They added 6 bundles in total, I counted, which is really cool. For those who don't know, Journey Girls was sold at Toys R Us, which I do have some Toys R Us tea to talk about. Some news that we're going to talk about here in a few seconds, I should say. Then Toys R Us, they sadly closed. And then Journey Girls, instead of, Journey Girls, the brand ending or like discontinuing, they got moved to Amazon. So you can now purchase some of them on Amazon, which is really cool. And they added some new things on there. So go check those out if you're a Journey Girls fan. I looked at the bundles and they were really cute. Like little outfits and stuff. Like they're really cute. So speaking of Toys R Us, so there's been many different news reports that came out over the past few weeks that they are planning to open stores in the U.S. again, which is really fun. I loved going to Toys R Us. I'm really happy to hear this because when I was in an AG, which was 3 hours away, I was either at my hometown going to Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, checking out the brands. When I was little, we used to have Kmart, but then Kmart went. And so then I would just stick to my 3 main places that I go. And sometimes I went to Barnes & Noble too. But anyways, so they're planning to reopen stores. Well, not reopen, but like open stores again. All because of their new owner. And their new owner is WHP Global. And I was kind of curious to see who this was because I never heard of it. So I researched them. I really did. I went on their website. I checked out their LinkedIn. I did all the things, girl. And I'm still confused on who they are. I like to say that. But anyways, this is what I found. So they're developing powerful consumer brands through global partnership and high growth distributed channels. And they're looking for brands to buy into. They're like up and coming. Like they're like new. Like I only found 2 other brands that they're in besides Toys R Us. And it's like in fashion brands. And that's like Annie Klein or Anne Klein and Joseph something. Like they're only in 2 other brands. So they're kind of new, I think. And they launched like their new like website. And I tried to see how long they've been around and I couldn't find it. So yeah, I think they're new. Anyways, I'm really excited for Toys R Us to come back. I love Toys R Us. So much fun. And plus, like, we don't really have much toy stores, Like, there's not really many places for people to buy toys now, if you think about it. Like, locally, like Walmart, Target, that's really it. And, like, Target, I mean, if you go to Super Target or whatever, their toy section's awesome. Their toy section's awesome, like, anywhere. But like Walmart, it's just like aisles, like there's not really much thought in it, which actually I had a thought the other day. I went to this like Epic Our Generation section, which kind of ties into the next brand that we're going to talk about, Our Generation, but kind of not. So I went to like the Epic Our Generation section, which is located like outside of Kansas City. It's 3 hours away from me, and I love going there. It's so super duper fun. We don't have anything like that in my town, but actually though, rumor has it that they're going to build another Target where I live, and it's going to be like big and stuff. And so I'm really hoping to get an Epic Target, like an Epic Our Generation section on that. Anyways, but also speaking of my town, they just started building the Costco store. So excited for that. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So I went to the Epic Our Generation section. Super duper fun. I love going there. They have like stuff that like my Target doesn't even get in. And I was thinking, wouldn't that be so cool if like Walmart did this or like My Life did it. Like I get that Walmart's more focused on like the grocery and different things rather than the toys, but like think about it. There's like not many local places where people can go and buy toys, and like I feel like Walmart, like there's Walmarts everywhere. Like couldn't they like turn that into like an epic toy section where like a little kid can go and just like have, or like really anyone can go and have like a good time getting toys? I don't know. I feel like that's like a good business idea. I'll write them a letter about it. We might be paying Walmart a visit soon, like the headquarters, to talk about that. Because think about it. Like I just feel like that might be a good idea for them. Maybe to invest, you know? Because I'd love to go to an Epic My Life section, an Epic Barbie section. I don't know. I feel like it'd be epic and cool. Anyways, that's my idea. So now we're going to be talking about our generation. So they had a new release that happened on March 1st. So some of the new items mainly featured a pizzeria restaurant set. They had different products come out that was kind of around the theme of like a pizzeria restaurant, which is really cool. I loved it. Oh my goodness. I've been seeing like different like Instagram photos and stuff of it. I haven't been seeing too much, I like to say, but like this one person, like she posted it and like the pizza oven like works and it like lights up and it's really cool. And then she posted like the delivery set, which is really cool and I really like. And then they also came up with a hospital room and bed set. So more things that you can include with your medical stuff that our generation has come out with in the past, which is really cool. You now have a place where you can take your doll ambulance to, which I need to get that, by the way. Oh my goodness. I need to get a doll ambulance. I need to get that. It's so cool. Really cool stuff that our generation came out with. Go check it out if you haven't already. Really cute things. Made my doll need list. It isn't a want list anymore. It's a need list. Super duper long. Well, it's already long, but you know what I mean. So before we talk about American Girl, which by the way, we have a lot of stuff to talk about American Girl. I like to say that. We're going to talk about the American Girl benefit sale. So for anyone who doesn't know what the American Girl benefit sale is, let me try to explain it. If you're still confused, I'm sorry. I'm not the best with explaining things sometimes, I like to say. So the American Girl benefit sale, they get things that are returned, overstock items. They sell that there, and it only happens once a year. Well, technically twice a year because it happens 2 days out of the whole year, and it happens in Madison, Wisconsin. It's always been in person until last year because of COVID. They had to move it to virtual. I got to attend the first ever virtual. It was my first time attending the benefit sale too, which was awesome, and I loved it. Oh my goodness. Such a good time. Hoping to go this year, whenever that is. So we have some news about the benefit sale. They posted an update on their Facebook page. They say that they're still in the process of determining if there is a 2021 sale, which I hope there is, because I loved it last year. And then once they figured out that, they're going to figure out dates, the format, whether it's going to be in person or virtual, like online, like they did last year, tickets, you know, how many like tickets they're going to sell, I think, location, and then the inventory, because all their stuff they get from American Girl. Which, by the way, American Girl does not run the American Girl benefit sale. It's run by the Madison Children's Museum. Any money that the Madison Children's Museum makes from American Girl products, it gets put back into the museum. So it's kind of like for charity, if you kind of like that, I guess you'd say. And American Girl, they donate this stuff. So yeah, it's not run by American Girl. Don't call American Girl and like ask them about this because they don't run it. The Madison Children's Museum that's located in Madison, Wisconsin, United States, they do. They run it. And then the last thing they said in that Facebook post, which is kind of long, not going to lie. I kind of nitpicked some of the important things out of it that I thought was interesting. They said that the next announcement of any kind won't be until early April, which we will report on our next podcast, which would be April 25th. We'll tell you about it. Interesting. I really hope it happens because I loved the benefit sale. It was really fun. I had a lovely time last time. So lastly, we're going to be talking about American Girl because they had a lot of stuff happened. That's why we're talking about them last, because they were a bit more active than everyone else. First thing is that American Girl has new books coming out, new updated books. They're coming out on September 13th. They're going to be having an updated sticker book and an updated character encyclopedia It's time for them to be updating those books. I like to say the time has come. I'm so excited. I love the character encyclopedia. I kind of hope they redo it, not just update it, but redo it to include like everything that American Girl came out with, you know, like whether that's like with Willy Wishers, Bitty Babies, Truly Me dolls, because all that they talked about in the first book, which I actually have it sitting here with me right now, it's what I used to do American Girl history stuff with, it's just historical characters, best friends, girl of the years, and then contemporary characters, and then that's it. So I really hope that they like expand on like the collections and like different things. Oh, and then it talks about pets and different things too. But like I really want everything to be in there, which I don't think it will be. I think they're just adding the new characters that they came out with to it. But I really hope that they kind of redo it. Even though like I love the first one, but like it would be awesome if they came out with something that has like everything in it, you know? I don't know. And then the updated sticker book sounds cool. I don't have the first one, so I don't know what it's like. I'm assuming it's just a book full of stickers. And they're just adding some new things to the stickers, you know? I don't know. But anyways, I'm really excited for the character encyclopedia. You know, I was thinking the other day, maybe they'll update the other 2 books that they had out. You know, the big one of them, the Ultimate Visual Guide. I wonder if they'll update that one too. If they do, that'd be awesome. And then the Story of America one, where it's like the timeline of all the historical characters, but they're missing a couple because it came out a few years ago. Maybe they'll update that one too. Oh my goodness, I hope so, because that'd be awesome. So like I said earlier, Mattel had their investors presentation, and so because of that, you know, like I said, they talk about everything that's happening in Mattel, all their toy companies and stuff. And one of the toy companies that they talk about is American Girl. So I thought I would report to you all what they said. So the first thing was that 2020 was a better year for AG. Sales went up by 55%, which is huge. I love that for AG. I'm so glad that they are, you know, they're pulling through. You know, they showed COVID. You know, they were like, oh, COVID, honey, we're coming through. We're still here. So I'm really glad it was a good year for AG. I'm really happy about that. And then they introduced the Truly Me Street Chic collection. So they just released dolls. And the dolls that they released were a part of this. They released number 89, which is the green and blue hair doll, number 90, the Truly Me doll, number 90, blue hair, and then Truly Me doll 91, which has purple hair with like pink streaks in it. Really pretty dolls. Oh my goodness, I love them so much. But at the Mattel Investors presentation, they said that Street Chic collection is a collection of contemporary dolls and fashions. So I wonder if they're adding more dolls to it, and if they're going to be coming out with like some individual outfits that go along with that line. I don't know, I thought it was interesting how they said that. And then a few more things that they said is that American Girl is going to be updating offerings from the Willy Wishers line and to core doll collections. So I'm assuming core doll collections meaning the historical characters, because let's be real, that's what starts it all. That's what started it all for AG. Oh, and then I'm also wondering what they're going to be adding for Willy Wishers. Like, I'm really excited about that. And then the last thing that Mattel revealed is that American Girl holiday special is in development, which is really exciting because I'm like, what is this? This was under Mattel television category thingy. So I'm like, ooh, I'm really curious about that. Like, what is this? Is this going to be something like similar to Samantha, maybe? Is it going to be like a character holiday movie? I don't know. I'm really excited. And actually, my friend, AG Kristen09, she pointed that out to me. I didn't even see that in the article that came out about Mattel's investor presentation. She's like, did you see this? And I was like, no. Girl, are you kidding me? A holiday special's coming? Girl, I was dying, and I still am. I'm really excited to see that. And what's it going to be about? What channel is it going to be on? So many questions I have. And I think it's going to be coming out this year. I'm not too sure about that, but I think it's happening this year. Well, we'll see. So then a release happened on March 2nd and March 4th. On March 2nd, they released their Truly Me Street Chic dolls, number 89, 90, and 91. I love those girls. And then on the 4th, they released some more products. So they released a new create your own meet outfitted accessory set. It's called the Less Party outfit and Less Party accessories. This outfit's really cute. It's like a pink little fancy dress, and it's really cute. I like it. And then they released a new mix and match line, which I really love. I love the rainbow jacket. Need to get that. Oh, I need to get that so bad. And then they released some new sports outfits, such as rehearsal dance, a ballet outfit, gymnastics outfit, darker outfit, and baseball outfit. Not baseball outfit. It's supposed to be basketball. My bad. And then they also released a babysitting set, which is really cute. I really love her. Oh my goodness, little baby in the set, little high chair. Oh, so cute. And then we have a new, and then they also released food packs for the first time. Like mystery food packs. Interesting. There's one set that I really want, but others I'm not a big fan over. I don't know. I think it's really cute. I like the idea. But I hate mystery packs because if you buy it, then you're going to get stuck with something. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to wait until they all go on eBay. I don't know, because I really want the one that has the coffee and the little chocolate pastry that came from Grace's Bakery. The coffee came from a create your own accessory set that I don't have. So I just wanted it for the coffee, if we're going to be real. So we'll see. Maybe I'll venture out. Maybe I'll get it. So, and then they also, like I said, they released adults with the colored hair, part of the Truly's Me Street Chic collection again, and they have special designed boxes, which is different from regular Truly Me dolls, and they also come in special different outfits. So they don't come in like the standard regular Truly Me outfit. They come in different outfits that are unique to the doll, and I did not hear that an American Girl is going to be selling those separately, but who knows, they might. Because I did see a lot of people on Instagram, a lot of comments of people wanting AG to sell them separately. So who knows? Maybe they will. Unfortunately, we have some sad things that happened with American Girl over the past few weeks. AG Seattle closed, which is really sad. And I actually think they closed before the podcast aired. So my bad. I forgot to put that in the last episode. But my heart goes out to all the people in Seattle, or really anyone who visited that store, who was close to that store, who loved that store, because I know how sad and awful and hard it is when you lose a store that you used to go to a lot. And yeah, I just know how hard it is. So if anyone's struggling with that, my DMs are always opened. But yeah, we also have some more disappointing news, sadly. I should have said that first, and then we went into the exciting things. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. But so another sad news that we have is that American Girl Chicago is downsizing, which means, so for anyone who hasn't been to the Chicago store, let me kind of explain the layout of it the best I can. So it used to be 2 levels. On the second floor, it was Girl of the Years. They had the big Girl of the Year lineup. They had the elevator, of course. They had escalators. And they had the Truly Me, big Truly Me section. And then you walk down Avenue AG, which is where the doll hair salon went, where you could get, your hair done for yourself and for your doll, your nails done for you and for your doll. And then they had an ear piercing station. And then they had the bathrooms. They had t-shirts making. And they had a few displays in Avenue AG too. Oh, and then that's where you picked up your souvenirs. And then they also had cash registers. And then on the second floor, you had create your own stuff. Then you had the restaurant. A lot of stuff on the second floor. And on the first floor, you had the book stuff. You had another small Truly Me section. You had a small Girl of the Year section. Bitty Baby, Willy Wishers, historical characters. And then you had the Doll Hospital experience. And then you had personal shopping too. On a real note, I have no idea how they're going to get all that stuff just in the second floor. Combine both stores on just one floor. I hate to say this, but this is how I see it in my mind, unless American Girl can really prove to me and really make this second floor awesome. I don't understand how they can get all that on the second floor. In my mind, something has to go. Something they have to get rid of. Well, not even something, but multiple things. Because the second floor, I don't think it's, I just don't, I can't visualize them getting everything that they had in on the second floor. I don't know. Something just has to go, which is sad because it's a flagship store. and stuff. And plus, like, that Chicago store, when, like, that's so epic. Like, 2 levels, and it was such a fun experience. I don't know. I just feel like something's going to have to go for that to happen, which is really sad. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that they are downsizing instead of closing completely. So that's, like, the positive of it, that they're still, like, staying open, but I don't know. And then another sad news, which it hasn't been confirmed or anything yet, so don't go freaking out, even though I've seen a lot of people on Instagram freaking out. So, someone posted on Instagram earlier this week saying that Kaya is cute at the American Girl Orlando store. And yeah, she got cubed at the Orlando store. She just has the doll. It's just the doll, her accessories, and just one outfit there. Which is really sad because, like, Kaya, like, even though she wasn't, like, the first one to come out by AG, but I feel like she was one of the main girls. Like, wasn't she on, like, she was on the logo, right? Like, back when they were called American Girls of Today. Well, not American Girls of Today, but, you know, like, she was on the logo. Because she was, like, wasn't she on the logo? I know Kit was on the logo. I think Kaya was, too. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, I feel like Kaya was, like, a key character in American Girl. Like, they took 5 years to create that doll. Like, overall, I think it's really sad. I don't think any of her stuff has gotten pulled from the website yet. But, yeah, she's cubed in AG Orlando. I haven't seen anything that she's cubed anywhere else or anything like that yet. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they just got rid of a couple of her collection items because they're coming out with, like, a newer collection for her. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought I'd share that. I went to American Girl Orlando last week, and she was in a full display case there. So I don't know. I know things can change in a week, but yeah, I thought I would add that in. Plus, it's, like, really sad if she is getting cubed. So I mentioned Costco earlier. I'm finally getting to Costco. I'm so excited. They started building it. I went past it when I was coming home from Florida. We drove past it, and they have a wall up. They have the first wall went up, and I was so happy. I was so proud. I was like, oh my goodness. It was a fangirl moment. It's such a proud little moment right there. Anyways, I'm so glad that I'm getting Costco. Anyways, but speaking of Costco, American Girl added some new bundles to Costco on their website. I don't know if they're in store. I haven't seen anything that they are in store. If they are, that's cool. If they're, but yeah, you might want to call and ask if you have a Costco that's local to you before you go. But I do know that they are available online. They're really cute. It comes with, like, a doll, different doll options, and then it comes with a dress, some accessories. They come in, like, the old meat outfits, another outfit, some other accessories. It comes with a lot of stuff, and it's only $130. The dolls that it shows that they have bundles that it offers for right now is number 29, number 66, number 31. Number 31's retired, so I recommend getting her. She's so cute, too. Number 23, number 24, and number 65. So if you want those dolls, especially number 31, I recommend getting her because, like I said, she's retired. She's been retired for a few years now. I recommend taking advantage of that good deal because you do get a lot of stuff for $130. So, and then also, American Girl added some new things to their Last Chance outfit. Enjoy up to 70% off on select items while supplies last. So they added some new things to their sale page on AmericanGirl.com. They have besides, like, the actual, like, monthly sales that they do every month, they have a Last Chance outlet, which is where stuff goes before it gets retired. So I recommend looking on that before it goes away. And yeah, they have a lot of good deals on that too. Up to 70% off. Like, that's crazy. AG stuff. And plus, if you have AG reward stuff on top of that, which, by the way, we had some more AG reward stuff happen. Crazy amount of stuff. I'm telling you, that stuff that happened within, like, the last time I did this. American Girl's killing it, man. Killing it. Anyways, but Yeah, some good deals if you use your AG reward stuff on top of that. Goodness, you're saving a ton of money. So it actually ended the other day before I was filming this, but American Girl's still putting it on their website, advertising it on their website. So I'm assuming they still have, I'm assuming it's still going on until they run out. But anyways, if you purchase an 18-inch doll, doesn't matter which one it is, any 18-inch doll, you receive one free Kira poster. And oh my goodness, that poster's so cute. I got a doll in Orlando, and I got the poster, and it's so cute. It's a bit smaller than what I was expecting, but it's really cute. I had to post a picture of it on my Instagram because I don't think anyone's gotten their poster yet. But it's so cute. The offer is valid in stores and online, and if you call in your order, I believe it's still valid in that too. Okay, everyone, so that was all of our doll news for this episode. A lot of stuff that we talked about. Goodness, I told you it was a lot. In the last segment, when we talked about doll news, I mentioned different things that are coming back, or hopefully will come back. Toys R Us, you know, they're planning on coming back. Monster High's coming back, and I also said that American Girl maybe bringing back the Bitty Babies. I have no idea, but they did trademark the name. So I thought it would be a fun segment, a fun conversation to have on things that need to be brought back in the doll community, whether it's American Girl, Mattel, or Barbie, or something else. So I'm going to start us off. Well, I mean, it's just me on this podcast, so who's really going to start us off, I like to say. That was so dumb of me to say. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so the first thing I'm going to say that needs to be brought back is, oh, this is a hard one. Okay, these are like in no particular order of like how soon I need them or how big that they need to be brought back. So since Monster High is coming back, I would love to have Ever After High to come back. So if anyone who has no idea who Ever After High is, it's a doll brand by Mattel. I hate to compare it to Disney Descendants because, in my opinion, they were a lot better than Disney Descendants. I'm still waiting on Disney to give me a writing credit for the name Mal because, let's be real, I had it first, but it's okay because I'll still support Disney. But I know it will never come back, though, because of Disney, with Disney Descendants, because Ever After High, if you didn't know, I should have explained this in the very beginning. I don't know. I got off track. I'm sorry. Okay, so Ever After High basically is a fashion doll franchise released by Mattel in 2013. It is a companion line to Monster High dolls, see, kind of similar a little bit. Overall, in this line, the characters were based upon characters from story tales and fantasy stories instead of monsters. It had a website, a film, and 5 books. I didn't know that they had 5 books. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Oh yes, they had the royal characters, which would be like, you know, royalty, and then they had the rebels, which would be like the people from like villains, but some of them weren't from villains. Like the main rebel was a Raven Queen. She was the daughter of the evil queen, and she was Apple's roommate. And Apple was the daughter of Snow White. It was just overall just such a good line. Like, I really loved it. Yeah. And then they stopped, which is really sad. But yeah, I need Ever After High to come back because it was really fun. I really think if they could, like, really do, like, stuff with, like, the marketing and make the dolls really cool and, like, really go at it with, like, the TV series and the books and stuff, they could really give Disney Descendants a run for their money. That's just me, if you ask me. Then I would love American Girl to come back with. Well, I have a lot of stuff I need AG to come back with, honestly. I'll just start listing it all off, okay? So besides Bitty Twins, a doll line by them that I would love to come back would be the Girls of Many Islands. So, if you don't know about the Girls of Many Islands, I really researched them for American Girl History the other day, and I'm still in processing of really heavy researching, because, like, they like, interest me so well. They were, like, the dolls aimed for like older girls. So like, you know how like the 18-inch dolls are like aimed for like ages 8 and up or whatever? Well, these dolls were aimed for like teenagers and stuff, and they were kind of considered a little bit like collector dolls. They weren't made to play with. They were made to be displayed. Like, they didn't come with any clothes. There's no clothes for them. They were just display shelves, the doll, and then the book to go with the doll. And these dolls were like really different. They're like similar to historical characters, but they weren't. None of them takes place in America. The only one that takes place in America, I think, is the Alaska doll, and she's Native American, like Kaya is. Like, she's part of like a Native American tribe, or like, and then they come with books, you know, like the historical characters do, but it's just one book for them and isn't like a book series. But they take place in history, in different parts of histories in different parts of the world. So like, one's from Europe, one's from like, one of them was from Ireland. Oh, they're Girl of Many Lands. I think I said that wrong. And they're like 9 inches tall. They're not 18 inches. They're like a different size. Okay, so one takes place in France. Like, the time periods are like really back too. Like, the France one is in 1711. And then one's from Turkey, 1720. One's from China. And then they have like several others. Oh, then they like, you know how Kit represents the Great Depression? Like, in America? Well, guess what? They had a doll representing the Great Depression, but in Ireland. Like, how cool is that? Like, a lot of people just think a lot of things just happened in the U.S., but no, like, other countries experienced that too. I've seen on Instagram, like, oh, we want like a doll for the collectors. Like, we want a line for the collectors. Well, this line was kind of like that, and they got rid of it. So I like to see that again. And plus, like, I would love to see more countries represented. And also, you know what, now that I'm thinking this, conspiracy theory with Mal here. What if they made the World Traveler series? You know how they have the World Traveler series for 18-inch dolls? What if, like, that's hinting that this doll line's coming back? And they're just seeing how, like, that does, like, how people want to learn about different countries. Yo, I could be on to something. Or it could just been, like, them just sitting at a desk and be like, oh, we should do this for the 18-inch dolls. We're not even gonna, I don't know. Because think about that. That kind of makes sense. I don't know. Conspiracy theory. If it comes back and if I'm right, yo, I'm like some sort of mind reader, fortune teller type deal then. So that's the one I'm going to share for now about American Girl, because if I shared everything I want AG to bring back, we're going to be here for a long time. And I'm sure we could talk about all the other stuff I want AG to bring back in a future episode as well. But there is one more thing I want to be brought back that I'm going to say. And it's in the Barbie line. Before Chelsea, there was Kelly. And I would like Kelly to come back. She was out when I was little. I don't remember her. I only have like 4 Kelly dolls. I didn't even know there were Kellys until a few years ago. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, Kelly was basically Chelsea, only she was little and she was smaller. She's very littler. And then they decided to like get rid of Kelly, grow Kelly up. And, well, like, Kelly, I believe, was still Barbie's little sister. But they decided to get rid of Kelly and come out with Chelsea. Chelsea was bigger. Kelly, name change, still related to Barbie. I don't know. It was kind of confusing now that I think about it. But I would love it for Kelly to come back. But don't get rid of Chelsea's, because I love Chelsea's. I stan Chelsea's. But make Barbie a family of 5. You know, they could say that Kelly, you know, she had to go to school or something for a while. She had to go to obedience school. I don't know. But bring Kelly back, because I would love to see her back. I think that would be so cute. Having, like, a family of 5, and, like, think about all, like, the cute younger play sets you could put Kelly in, and then you can have Chelsea, and then you still have Stacy, you still have Skipper, then you still have Barbie. Like, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool for them to bring Kelly back. I'd love to have Kelly back. Okay, everyone, so I hope you all enjoyed the second episode of the Doll Mom podcast. I hope it wasn't too boring. Didn't bore you out or anything. If you are listening to this podcast on Apple Podcast and you enjoyed it, you're enjoying it so far, the podcast, or you enjoyed this episode, please give this podcast a 5 out of 5 stars. It means so much to me. If you gave it a 5 out of 5 stars rating, maybe wrote why you like it so far. Possibly. It would really mean a lot to me if you gave it 5 out of 5 stars on Apple Podcast. If you're not listening on Apple Podcast, that's okay. That's all right. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to follow the Doll Mom Podcast if you haven't already on Instagram, so you stay up to date for when these episodes come out. I mean, they come out on the 25th every month, but to just be reminded and to be involved in the podcast, be sure to follow it. Check me out while you're at it if you haven't done so already. My name's Mal. I'm Dollies and Rainbows on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok too. Forgot to mention that. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.